With your CIGTV News Update, I'm Donna Bush. Thanks for joining us. It was a historic moment for the national airline Cayman Airways on Saturday when it officially launched its longest commercial nonstop flight. Here's the story.
3, 2, 1.
The inaugural flight to the mile-high U.S. city of Denver, Colorado started with the ribbon-cutting ceremony inside the Owen Roberts Airport. But Cayman Airways officials explain getting to this point has taken lots of planning and preparation. The airline's president and CEO, Fabian Worms, explains why this is unique to the airline that's been around for 50 years.
We've been looking forward to this day for maybe about a year now. A lot of planning has gone into establishing the route, getting all our approvals, and it's really a pleasure to see it come together. This route to Denver, it's the longest route Cayman Airways has ever undertaken. It's actually made possible by the brand new 737 MAX 8. It's unique for the Denver population because this is the only Caribbean gateway that now has non-stop or direct service from Denver. So this is going to be really well received.
At the momentous occasion, Tourism Councillor David White said, with the new 737 MAX 8 aircrafts coming online, it will allow the Cayman Islands to reach further into the U.S. West Coast, opening up a whole new world of possibilities for our tourism industry. With the Cayman Airways direct flight to and from Denver, the travel time to Grand Cayman will be reduced from between 9 and 11 hours and multiple flights to less than 5 hours aboard the direct flight. New features are also offered on board the new 737 MAX 8 aircrafts.
When we did our initial projections, we were estimating between 9 and 11,000 people for the year. To date, we have over 5,100 bookings, so we're well on our way to achieving that. And so when we get to those numbers, we're looking forward to this being a permanent fixture in the Cayman Airways network. So with the introduction of the MAX aircraft, we've also introduced our Turtle Entertainment. This Wi-Fi based system allows for movies, TV shows, games, books, a lot of different things. Right now it's an introductory list of titles to watch. Going forward, we're hoping to infuse with a lot of Cayman-based movies, Cayman-based publications, you name it. We want to get it more Caymanized than it is today, but we're excited about it. Looking forward to what it offers to our passengers.
The new service will operate seasonally twice a week on Wednesdays and Saturdays through mid-August and will return in the airline's winter schedule starting later this year in December. And Denver is a natural addition to the Grand Cayman network as Colorado boasts the 6th largest population of scuba divers in the United States and ranks as the fastest growing state for scuba divers since 2010. Also making our headlines this month, Honoring Women's Month events have been significantly boosted by a strategic alliance between the Ministry of Community Affairs Gender Affairs Unit and the Family Resource Center. The Gender Affairs Unit and the FRC essentially share the same goals in advocating for gender equality and highlighting the role of women in society. We both appreciate the importance of government agencies working collectively towards common objectives, especially those which will impact not only women and their families, but the community as well, says Senior Policy Analyst for Gender Diversity and Equality, Carleen Bramwell. The ministry's Deputy Chief Officer, Andre Ebanks, notes that many of the campaigns and programs that the Family Resource Center runs, particularly those for marches honoring Women Month, are designed to promote greater equity and social cohesion in the wider community. Therefore, it is entirely natural, he says, that we support one another. Now, there's a full calendar of events for this Honoring Women's Month, and it's located online at dcs.gov.ky. Be sure to click on the Public Awareness Campaigns button at the top of the page. Meantime, the Ministry of Community Affairs is also inviting the public to 2 series of community presentations they're hosting in conjunction with the Alex Panton Foundation starting later this month. Many are concerned about bullying, so presentations will begin on March 21st on this subject at the Webster Memorial Church Hall in Bottontown, followed by presentations in each district through the 21st of May, ending at the South Sound Civic Center. A second series of presentations will then begin on June 5th at the Bottontown Civic Center on young men at risk, ending with the last session being held at the North Side Civic Center on August 28th. Residents can attend any of the sessions from 6:30 to 8 p.m. on those dates. And that ends today's CIGTV News Update. If you missed it, you can go to the Cayman Islands Government Facebook page or the CIG Television YouTube channel. I'm Donna Bush, as always, saying thanks for joining us. We invite you to do the same again tomorrow. Until then, have a great night and bye-bye for now. Did you know that planning permission is required for a shed? Did you know you should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required? Did you know planning permission is required to clear land by mechanical means? You should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required.
Boating, fishing, and water sports in the Cayman Islands are great, but keep a cool head. Here are 7 tips for fun and safe sea outings. Number 1. Use a checklist to plan your outing. Check the weather forecast, make a float plan, and share it with someone who is remaining on land, stating where you're going, with whom, and when you're expected to return. Visit your nearest marine supply store to get your safety gear. This includes signaling mirrors, whistles, and a flare kit. It's also very important to have onboard flotation devices and life vests for each person. There are different types of vests. Some are for water sport activities such as snorkeling, and others are for going on offshore boating or on fishing trips. Number 2. These items can be lifesavers in case of an accident or bad weather. Number 3. Use a motor kill switch, especially if you're boating alone. In case of a leak or breakdown, always stay with the boat until help arrives. If you capsize, an emergency beacon or locator device can send a distress signal to inform the authorities of your location. Larger flares will indicate distress to a boat, airplane, or search and rescue officials. Number 4. In addition to sunscreen, food, and beverages, it would be smart to have a cell phone. Make sure your marine radio works. Cayman boaters use Channel 16 to communicate. Number 5. Also, don't forget your anchor and sufficient rope. Number 6. Boat operators should be familiar with the local waters and reefs, as well as the capabilities and functions of the vessels they are using. Always obey the rules of the sea and the marine environment, and have courtesy for others. Number 7. Alcohol and salt water do not mix, especially if you're the captain. Some useful contact numbers are 911. The RCIPS Marine Base is 649-7710, and the Port Authority is 949-2055. Smooth sailing, all!
Did you know that planning permission is required for an addition, alteration, or any material change to your house? The 10% rule no longer exists. Did you know you should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required?
The Esterly Tibbetts Highway 3-lane roundabout is ready for drivers. It's time to make sure you know how to use it. First, know which exit you need to take. Pay attention to lane arrows and signs. Make sure you use your signal to change lanes or exit the roundabout. To turn left, you always approach in the left-hand lane and indicate left. To drive straight ahead, you need to be looking out for signs and road markings indicating which lane to use. Get in one of the lanes marked with a straight-through arrow. If turning right, you must use the right-hand lane and indicate accordingly. To use the roundabout safely, remember these 3 tips. Know your exit, pick your lane, and signal to make your turn.
Did you know your mailing address details on your land register must be up to date in order to receive notices on new development which may impact you? Visit Lands and Survey Department to check your mailing address is correct.